Hello everyone, once again this is Frank Ilo from Afri Design Studios. In our previous class we learned how to split the surface of the wall into parts or into multiple parts. That is why you can see this building like this. We were able to split this building to have one color up here and one color down here, and this makes building or buildings look so beautiful. But now you discover that it may not look well splitting it and leaving it like this. It doesn't speak well of such buildings. Let's go around this building to see how it looks like. You can see it has been splitted. It is not bearing different colors. But to make this split or this demarcation look nice or nicer than this, we are expected to introduce Cornice, or what some may call POP, around this boundary line, this demarcating line. How do you create a cornice around this demarcating line to make it look more professional, to make it look more beautiful? That is what we shall be learning in this very tutorial. How do we do that? We are going to use our sweep tool. Use the sweep tool to do this. So let's go. But first and foremost, you must have to be on the floor plan to draw this. Let's go. So I go to my project browser. I go to my 02G GFL ground floor level. I double click on it. Then it will bring me to the floor plan. I have to draw my sweep around this building. So watch me as I go. I go to architecture, click on architecture, come to components, click on this arrow here, then select model in place. Click OK. Click OK again. This time around, I come to sweep. I click on sweep to select. I go to sketch path, click on sketch path. Then my cursor turns to a cross, meaning I am now in the editing mode, which means I can now start to sketch. I have to sketch around this building. I click here, I move to this point, I come to this point, I move to this point, I come here, I go here to this point, and finally I end it here. When I end it here, I click on this finish edit mode. I click on edit profile. It will now ask me to select between my east elevation and my west elevation where I would like to stand to edit or to sketch my cornice. I click open view, which means I have selected the east. So but this is where the red button is, but I want to place it here. I want to draw my cornice here, so I click at this point, I move down, I type 150 millimeters, then I go to my right, I type 75 millimeters, then I move up, I type 35, I press enter, then I press escape on my keyboard to disengage so I can start from somewhere else. I click here now and go like this. I type 75, I press enter, I move down, I type 35, I press enter. Then this time around, I'm going to come to this arc, start end radius arc, click on it, then I click here, then I move it inward into the square, Then when it forms a perfect circle for me, I click, and that perfect circle is having a radius of 40 millimeters. When I have done that, I now come here and click finish edit mode. After clicking on that, I click on finish edit mode again. That is this green button. Then you can see the material it is bearing. So at this point, I'm going to apply the material I want it to bear, and I want it to bear a white colored material, which is in form of my POP. Then I come here. Currently, it is bearing the step tiles, so I click on it. I click on this ellipsis, this square here. After doing that, I scroll to discover the material I want to apply. I want to apply gypsum wall board. It is a white material. It is a white material. Here is it. Gypsum wall board. I click on it. Then I click OK. When I have done that, I can now come here and finish the model, which is finish mode. Finish model, sorry. Click on finish model. You can now see the white material has already been applied. But there is a problem. The problem we are having now is that our cornice even crosses where we have windows. So it is time for you to edit that. To edit that, I click on the cornice itself. Make sure you click on the cornice itself. After clicking on that, it will change to blue. That is, which means it is now highlighted. I go to edit in place. Edit in place. Click on edit in place. When you have clicked on edit in place, come here at the top left corner. You'll see create. You'll see create here. Click on create. When you have actually done that, come to void forms. Void forms. Click on void forms. Select void extrusion. Void extrusion. After selecting void extrusion, it will bring this dialog box, the work plane, asking you to select where you would want to change. Now you select pick plane. Pick plane is where the material is. The material is on a plane. So you select pick plane. This plane is what you'll be selecting next. Click OK. Then it is time to select the plane. Now, what this means is that the material you want to split is on this plane. Is on this plane. So try to locate this very plane and get it highlighted. So I'm trying to get it. I think this should be it. So it is highlighted now. The plane is already highlighted. You click on it. When you click on it, when you have clicked on this plane, what are you supposed to do next? Come here to extrusion end. Go to your property palette, properties, extrusion end. Type in, because the thickness of this cornice, is 75 millimeters. 75 millimeters. When you come here, you type minus 75. Minus 75. Because you are extruding outward. You are extruding, or do I say backward? When you are extruding backward, the value should be in minus. When you are extruding backwards, the value should be in minus. But when you are extruding forward, let's assume you are extruding towards the wall, it would be in positive. But you are extruding outside or out, you are extruding away from the wall, which is backward, it should be in minus. Because so many people have been asking me, why do we put minus in this? It is because you are extruding away from the plane or backwards. So, and why are we putting 75? Because the thickness of the material is 75, so that when you cut or when you extrude, you should be able to cut the cornice completely. If you put minus 60 here, you won't cut everything, you will still see the cornice. So instead of you not to get it up to the thickness of the cornice, make it even above. If I make this 100 minus 100, it is even better. If I make it minus 100, it is even better. If I make it minus 80, it is better. It is going to cut the cornice completely. But if you make it 60 or 65 or anything below that, it is not going to cut the cornice completely, which means some part of this cornice will still be showing here. Yes, that is it. So once you have made this minus 75, you can now cut. But for me, what I normally do is this. To be on the safer side, I normally put minus 80. So when I put minus 80, I now click here. Not yet, sorry, not yet. Then I go here. I go to this rectangle 2. Click on rectangle 2. Then I come here. I click somewhere here, because this is where I want to split. This is where I want to chop off. I want to chop this thing off so that it doesn't block my window anymore. So I have to do the same thing here. Then I have to do another one here. Another one here. Then I come here. Okay, no, this one is not involved because we are working on this plane. Anything you do on this one will not work. We are working on this very plane. So when you are done with this very plane, you can come to this plane, to this another plane on its own. So having said that, once you have sketched where you want to take away, and once you have done that, you can now come here to finish edit mode. Click on finish edit mode, then click finish model. Everything will go off. So the cornice that was crossing here before is no longer there. The one that was going across this window hood is no longer here there, and the one that was going across this one is no longer here. And this is how you will keep on turning this building. For example, you go to your north elevation, double click on north elevation. The same thing we did on east elevation, you repeat it here to chop off this place, chop off this place, chop off this one that is covering the veranda, chop off this one. And when you're done with that, go to the west elevation, do the same thing, and until you have taken away the ones that are lying on places where you do not want them to appear. So this is how to introduce a cornice around the building on the demarcating lines of the splitted wall. Thank you, because I believe that this video has been of utmost use to you. And do well to like our channel and also share to your friends and colleagues who are in need of videos like this. Thank you so very much.